everyone. My name is Aisha. I'm out of Davenport, Iowa. I'm actually BREASIA Terrell's mom.
Actually?
And I made this YouTube channel in tribute to her. Most definitely, to just be her voice and to get her face and her name out there, worldwide, and just be able to share our side of what's going on, and, sticking with the facts and no negativity and
Sticking with the facts. But no one knows the facts 100%. What are the facts?
keeping all the positivity and keeping the spotlight on what it needs to be, and that's BREASIA Terrell. And this is my first time actually doing a vlog.
Why are you smiling?
It's actually taken us quite a bit to actually get this together, but yeah, I actually want to speak on, July 10th of 2020 this year, one of the...
Why do you keep saying actually?
Quite a bit to actually get this together, but yeah, I actually want to speak on, July 10th of 2020 this year, one of the most horrible days of my entire life that I had to...
One of the most horrible days. Not every day you lose a child. This should be the worst day of your life. That should have been the worst day of your life. Why are you saying one of the most?
Face, it was a nightmare for it'd be a nightmare for anybody's mom, shall I say. As anybody that has a little girl, it's a nightmare, and people can have their opinions, everybody, fixated on their own opinions, and that's okay. And I'm okay with that. I'm a big girl. I take in feedback and all that pretty well, I kind of, got my mental not all the way together, but I'm still working on it. But, so July 10th, my daughter BREASIA Terrell and her half-brother, had went to go stay the night with Henry Earl Dinkins, him here, and his girlfriend, Andrea Culberson, out in the Jersey Meadows apartments complex, July 9th, 2020. And I got a call July 10th at 8 that morning saying that BREASIA was gone. And instantly I called the police. So, moral to the story is,
Moral to the story is, it sounds like you waited on the call from Henry to instantly call the police. Like, that was what you were waiting on, to instantly call the police. But what did Henry say? Why aren't you saying what was said?
I really hate doing this. I can't believe I'm actually doing this, because the story is, I really hate doing this. I can't believe I'm actually doing this, because, would nobody be wanting to do a damn vlog, for a missing child? Sorry.
Nobody would want to do a damn blog for a missing child. She's your child. And you made it.
But I'm doing this to show awareness, and one day, be someone else's inspiration and actually help someone else in the same situation as myself. But if you guys can take the time out and look at your surveillance between July 10th around, July 9th, shall I say, I'm sorry. July 9th, 2020, around 9 p.m., because that's originally the time that Henry Dinkins gave myself and the police, around the time that...
So just look at the surveillance for what? And who do you want to look at it? And you said...
He last saw BREASIA Terrell, 20, around 9 p.m., because that's originally the time that Henry Dinkins gave myself and the police, around the time that he last saw BREASIA Terrell.
So Henry last saw BREASIA on the 9th at 9 p.m. And he went to jail on the 10th at noon. But I thought you said he woke up and BREASIA was gone. How did he last see her on the 9th if he woke up on the 10th and said she was gone?
And the time that he was apprehended, which was July 10th, 2020 at noon. And if you can, any of these vehicles here fit a description, contact 911, you know.
If those videos fit a description of what? The police have those vehicles. Why are people calling 911 if they see those vehicles? Because they stole them from the police? They already have those vehicles.
And, or even if you see my daughter, you know.
Oh, Lord. That's what this is about, right? Or even if you see my daughter walking around, hey, just call the police. Hey, even if you see my daughter, if you see her, just call the police. You know? Even if you see my daughter, though, just call the police.
And if you don't want to call 911, you can always...
And I don't want you to call 911 the fast way to get it. Because this is not an emergency. I want you to call the non-emergency phone number and say, I see BREASIA TERRELL. Not 911.
Call the 563-326-6125. You can always call the Davenport Police Department. And, you know...
So call the Davenport Police Department if you see my daughter. I'm sorry, but this video is so terrible. You're telling people not to call 911, to call the Davenport Police Department when this is an emergency. Your daughter's been missing since July 10th, 2020. And you want people not to call them if you don't want to call 911. Why wouldn't someone want to call 911?
Any information, but it's with the information, you know, when we say information, it's not information from days before July 9th or those type of days, you know.
It's not information. We don't want no information from before the July 9th. Now, I told the police July 9th and July 10th. So the information you give the police better be between July 9th and July 10th, or we're not accepting it. Even though my baby's missing. So you're picking the info you will accept. You don't accept all information about your missing baby?
The time frame is July 9th, 2020 to July 10th, noon, 2020. And I'm a little bit off topic and I'm kind of broken up a little bit, honestly.
You're a little bit off topic. Bitch, the topic is your baby. How are you off topic? You're just not telling the whole story. We're trying to get... You're sitting here trying to tell us facts, but you ain't said none yet. You're telling us not to even talk about anything before the 9th. Nothing before the 9th matters. Just the 9th when she went with Henry matters. Not when she was with me. But when she went with Henry, even though we don't know nothing that happened between the time she went with Henry. It was all these different stories when she went with Henry. She went fishing. Now, you know, the last time he seen her was the 9th at 9. How? If you said you dropped off clothes to her that night before she spent the night, how is that the last time he's seen her if you took clothes over there to spend the night with him?
Once again, this is actually my first time. Maybe, you know, down the line, maybe I may get better, you know. But
down the line? So you know you're going to be doing more blogs? What if they find her tonight? You know what I mean? What do you mean down the line? All these words you're using, baby girl, that's not working in your favor at all.
in this moment, I just wanted to be able to get that introduction out to the media, you know, because a lot of people haven't heard anything from me because I alienated myself a bit. But
you alienated yourself a bit? So you had to... You seem like you had to alienate yourself a bit. Everything you're saying, I would probably alienate myself too, to try to hide from humiliation and fingers pointing at me, because right now I'm feeling kind of pointy.
You know, I alienated myself so I can come back a lot harder.
You alienated yourself to get your story together, baby. To come back harder? What do you mean? To come back harder? The pictures? You alienated yourself to make the pictures? I'm lost because you did a lot of art projects. You didn't alienate yourself to get out here on these streets and find your baby. Or figure out some shit.
And today, we're actually gathering today to do a Christmas, shall I say. So, yeah, we're doing a Brie.
So you can say Brie Christmas on the first Christmas your baby missed while she's missing and smile.
Christmas, and, today you guys are going to get little insights on, the decorations that were put up to...
You think we give a damn about decorations, getting these bogus fucking... I'm sorry. You think people care about these little posters and stuff? We don't care. We want to hear what you got to say about what happened, the timeline. You stopped and switched the subject.
The dances that, Brie would be dancing right along with the rest of the kids. And
I'm not even finna say nothing.
Again, to get insights on, what do the kids miss about BREASIA as well as us adults, and how 160
What do you miss about your baby? What is going on?
67 days has impacted not only myself, mentally and physically. Some say, how someone's supposed to be. No one knows what anyone's supposed to be like until someone is placed in, my shoes. And, no opinion.
I know how I feel, and she's not even my baby. So to look at you, I'm just gonna play this.
And matters to me, but BREASIA TERRELL and the facts. And, a lot of people that are going off topic and not speaking on just the facts itself, and try.
You're going off topic and not speaking on just the facts. Didn't you just say back at the beginning, moral to the story is you wrapped that up kind of fast though, didn't you?
To be social media bloggers, that's the type of attention we don't want. If we're gonna go public,
You don't like people figuring shit out?
and if I'm gonna be able to voice and speak to good people and speak on ways to try to get her name out there or legit, concrete information to run on, them are the people that I want to talk to.
Anyone that ain't against you. Anyone that ain't figuring you out through this shit.
I don't want to talk to anybody that's trying to get information to go and use it against me. And
You don't want to talk to nobody that's against you. You don't want to talk to anybody that could use information you're putting out there against you. Because that any information we have, you're putting out there.
say horrible, bad things that aren't really, necessarily true, when at the end of the day,
They're not necessarily true or they're not true.
the spotlight is always BREASIA TERRELL. And another thing that
You don't want the spotlight on you. You don't want to hear your name in this at all. But you're the one that handed her off to Henry, quote unquote, right?
I didn't mention was that, they said that her eyes are brown. BREASIA, her eyes are actually hazel. And, they actually changed with how she's feeling. She almost got kind of like some mood nails or a mood ring, that's definitely different about her.
That's definitely different about her. So her eyes are changing. You know what's different about her? I hope that's not what you're saying.
Possibly still have, I want to say, like another...
She possibly still has.
Another 1 or 2 shells left in her hair. I actually have...
She has 1 or 2 shells left in her hair. How do you know how many shells your baby possibly has in her hair? And you kept one. When did you take that shell from her? Hold on.
That's definitely different about her. You know, she possibly still have, I want to say, like another one or two shells left in her hair. I actually have one myself, you know, to keep her.
You have one from her hair, and she possibly still has two. How many did she start with for you to have one? And where did your shell come from?
Close to me. And yes, she goes by Bree for short, and she's now 11. 75 pounds. She was pretty silent, you know, she was kind of strong, so.
I don't like how she just said that. She's pretty silent, and she was kind of strong.
You know, she was probably a little good 80, 85, something like that, but that's my baby. But just stay tuned, and, you know, I'm going to try to give you as many updates as possible. Sorry it wasn't the best introduction. I mean, I wrote my own transcript out a couple times, but it's like, you know, it's almost like I got to freehand it, but it's like I have so much that I want to say, but it's only so much I can say.
What's the purpose of the page if it's only so much you can say? What's the purpose of the blog?
It's so much I can say and put it in the correct sentence, if that makes sense.
You don't know how to lie.
So I'm just going to give you a view of the house and actually get a good zoom in on this fool. I mean, the person of interest.
This fool, the person of interest. He should be a fool. He's sick. He should be more than a fool. You corrected yourself to say what? You corrected yourself to say the person of interest after calling him a fool? Are you blaming him or not?
And I'm going to just give you a good view on the Beauty and the Beast over here.
The Beauty and the Beast, but they're the last ones that had your baby. So you could call Andrea Beauty?
You know?
Do you know what you're saying?
No, come here. Walk on.
Okay. We need some info though. We've seen these pictures. Where's the information at? It's December, after Christmas, and you're showing us the same posters that are everywhere. In the Christmas tree. In a basement?
That is the girlfriend. And here's Henry Dinkins. And once again, he has never ever been no stranger to her. You know, he's been around for years and she knows him. You know, we all know him. Well, at least.
Never been a stranger to him. Did he do it or not? Why are you explaining it like he's innocent? Once again, he's never ever been a stranger to, you know, like, what the heck?
Thought we know him. And those are vehicles
That the police have. Oh, Lord.